and Giselle always trying to tout her relationship with her activist politician father. Y'all didn't get no colorism lessons? Y'all didn't get no tact and tastefulness lessons? It's actually disgusting and embarrassing. Hey, y'all. How are you doing? I am great. Thank you so much for asking. It's me, Kim, and I am back for another live stream. Happy New Year. Man, I definitely meant to come on here before this, but I literally got sick on New Year's Day, and I'm just feeling better. Actually, I was just feeling around. I have some swollen lymph nodes over here, so hopefully we're on the mend. But I'm glad to be back. I am truly so excited for 2023. I feel great about my life. I feel great about the future. I still love this job. Still think I have the best job in the world, and I'm excited to bring you more stuff. We are here today to talk about a host of mess. I have Potomac. I have Brittany Renner. I have some random TikToks. I have Cardi. I have that clip about the girls trip, okay? It's just gonna be a smorgasbord of mess, you know what I mean? Like a stew of mess. But, me, I can't help but integrate some social commentary in there, you know what I mean? Some, sociological or feminist theory in there as well. Before we really jump into it, new year, new merch. Okay, so we are sunsetting the Are Y'all Okay merch. That is going to be gone on January 15th. I did not expect for hundreds of people to buy that. So shout out to y'all. If you are still, trying to copy your Are Y'all Okay sweatshirts and the joggers, you have 11 more days. But now, today, there's new merch up, and this is one of the pieces. I'll get up. Okay, it says, Black women are not here to save you. This is a small. So I actually, first of all, I'm obsessed with this particular sweater. Yes, it is pricey, but sometimes things are pricey. If you are a paid subscriber, I've already sent out the discount code today. You can get 12% off, but there's all kinds of new stuff up there. Tote bags, phone cases, journals, notebooks. These are two of the designs that are up there right now. I put a handful of new notebooks up there because I personally am making the transition back to analog. I know everybody's on to the digital planner phase and craze. And we're all, we downloaded OneNote and we got our Apple Pencils. And, we said we were going to be, organized girlies on our iPads and our Samsung Notes or whatever. That just does not work for me. And I realized last year, at the end of last year, when I went back through all of my old journals, something that came up for me over and over again was how clearly I could remember not only writing in my journals from literally 1999, but I could remember what I wrote. And it is crazy to me that 33-year-old Kimberly can so clearly remember exactly the words that 9 and 10-year-old Kimberly wrote. And that is because it was good old-fashioned pen to paper, pencil to paper. And I simply do not have that kind of recall with digital. There's nothing that I've typed that I can remember as clearly as I can remember writing in those journals 24 years ago. And so that is why I was like, you know what? We're back, bitch. We're back. So I have so many, oh my gosh, notes on notes on notes. And I assume that I'm going to go through probably one of these a month. Probably. And already the improvement just with my recall, I have a little bit of a photographic memory, a little bit. And already the recall has improved for me dramatically. I know that that's a controversial take, but it really shouldn't be. The science is really clear There is a huge difference between typing things or using digital devices and good old-fashioned paper. It's just, I mean, sorry. The neuroscientists have already said, like, you're wasting your time. And so that's where I am on that. So I literally love all this stuff. Obviously, there's like a blue theme, but it's not all blue, you know? And then the hoodies. Obsessed. Love the quality. Obsessed with the quality. This is a t-shirt. Tote bags, journals, more sweatshirts, mug, love it. T-shirts. That's the front of the I'm Great t-shirt. And that is the back. Love it. Obsessed. Shout out to the illustrators. Shout out to the designers. They did such a good job. And this is, a good old-fashioned, easy t-shirt. You got the feel for that. Again, the discount codes have been shared for all the paid members. Things are not cheap. Quality things are not cheap things. It's just how it is. Like, I can't really, tell ya, I'm a merch buyer. If you're not a merch buyer, that's totally okay. I am not offended. If you don't have the funds, totally okay. I understand. Thank you for watching the videos. That's all of the support that, I need. But of course, my aim is to never, ever, ever have to do another brand deal. So that is why we are doing this merch, going hard in the merch. And I have another thing that I'm going to be launching soon. And I have a lawyer meeting next week about it. And I'm really excited about it. So that should be good. Very on brand, very like in my vein, not some random shit, not me selling coffee, just like very Kimberly. So I'm excited about that. Okay, let's start by talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac. It's been about 4 or 5 weeks of just mess on the Real Housewives of Potomac. And it's easily the best Real Housewives franchise because the women just really commit to being absolutely ridiculous. And obviously the colorism from season 1, episode 1 has been very apparent. But this season, oh, baby, they said, let's get the people going. Okay. So obviously a few weeks back, there was that whole thing with Mia and Wendy. And I am not a Wendy fan, but Mia is bat fucking shit crazy. Very unhinged, like very delusional, very unhinged. She was absolutely in the wrong. The green-eyed bandits. First of all, have I talked about this? Okay. 50-year-old women? 50-year-old women going around calling themselves the green-eyed bandits in 2023? Are you fucking serious? Have you no shame? Y'all don't know better. And then Giselle, always trying to tout her relationship with her activist politician father. Y'all didn't get no colorism lessons? Y'all didn't get no tact and tastefulness lessons? Are you fucking serious? It's really gross, actually. It's actually disgusting and embarrassing. And when I say that beauty is a bad investment, I know that there's some discrepancies about exactly what I mean about this. But I mean, it is so fucking embarrassing for middle-aged women. Giselle is beautiful. Robin, gorgeous. But still, when you have staked your entire identity into being the most desirable person in the room, and then, right, look, aging is a thing. You can't escape it. bodies expire. You can't escape it. That doesn't mean that you are inherently devalued because you're aging and you are less traditionally desirable. But there does come a time. There comes a time in every traditionally attractive lady's life, okay, where we have to be real. And not we, obviously. I always say I'm average. But the traditionally attractive ladies do have to because it does get to be and it doesn't mean they're not still pretty. It just gets to be a little okay. So, I think that there's all of this background, you know what I mean? This context. And then we introduce these gorgeous, dynamic, fun, super intelligent, darker skinned women into this context, you know what I mean? This swirl of like colorist, texturist, featurist shit. The kinds of clashes that we see this season on that show are inevitable. Because, these are not particularly thoughtful or introspective or self-reflective women. So then we get, the Mia and Wendy kerfuffle. Mia obviously in the wrong. Giselle and Robin obviously in the wrong for rooting that on. And then the way that they tried to cover that up, embarrassing. So, be ashamed. You have teenage daughters. Okay, so there's that. And then we also get the stuff with Candace's husband. Now, look, there's nothing I hate more than my man. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I might be a my man later this year. So, but we have to be real careful about, being my man, because your man will leave you for dead, okay? But this is not the anger that Candace feels about the way that Giselle and the rest of these women, that they are using her husband to create a storyline, completely justified. Completely. Okay? That man just trying to, keep his job, cook, you know what I mean? Pay the mortgage so Candace's mama don't have to pay the mortgage, you know what I mean? Like, is he really bothering anybody? And Candace is feisty. I have mixed feelings about Candace. But whatever mixed feelings I have about Candace, do not play with that lady's marriage. Do not fucking do it. Okay, so then we have, actually, let me go ahead. Let's play the clip.
Are not liars.
And then Ashley. Oh, let's not forget about Ashley. Ma'am, do you know where the father of your children is, ma'am? Can you ring him up on the phone, ma'am? Is he answering your calls today, Ashley? Okay. You need to worry about that. So that was a clip. That was a clip from this week's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, where they are continuing to double, triple, quadruple down on this narrative that Candace's husband and now Eddie, Wendy's husband, are brazenly flirting with them at not just public events, but events filmed specifically for the TV show. Events where they know that they are mic'd up, that there are cameras around, because they're not producers. So anything that is said or done, anything that anybody sees can be spun anyway. Everybody here knows that. So why would these men be flirtatious or in any way inappropriate? Do we think that they're stupid? Okay. Eddie is a lawyer. Okay. Chris is a something, whatever. Do we think that they're dumb? Do we think that they hate their wives and want to publicly embarrass them in front of millions of people? We don't. And I am so glad. Look, shout out to the editors, because the juxtaposition of the story that Deborah, who was the main, most animated one in that clip, that she was trying to tell versus what actually happened, which was literally, it wasn't even them being overly nice. It wasn't even them being like super jocular and jovial, like laughing it up. It was the most bare minimum courtesy. Are you okay? Are y'all okay? So anyways, Deborah, sitting there relaying this story, flipping her hair like this all the time. Shout out to my microlinks. Pissed me the fuck off. Okay, I don't like a thirsty B word. I'm trying to stop calling women bitches. It's not useful. I don't like a thirsty B word. Don't do that. And then don't try to drag other women into your shit. It was thirsty. It was delusional. And I felt this way about when Giselle first started talking about, Chris being inappropriate with her. And then Deborah came on and did it. And I said, these are colorist delusions. These are the kinds of fantasies and fairy tales that people who believe themselves and have experienced a great deal of privilege at the far end, or the further end of, in Deborah's case, not the far end, but the further end of the desirability spectrum, where you can't even operate as a normal person and think that people are just being run-of-the-mill courteous to you. You can only interpret that stuff as, he wants to fuck me. Oh, he's trying to get with me. Did you see? He made a joke about his name. Like, okay, because us normies, those regular people would be like, oh, okay, Eddie's, and also trying to make it a thing that Eddie was friendly and smiling. Oh, Eddie is a friendly, smiley, very fine. Man. Oh, wow. Okay, Candace, we had Candace's husband, Chris. We had a, cute little conversation. There is nothing there that supports the idea that these men were trying to push up on Giselle or Deborah. No. I mean, we can, if we're just going to stick with the franchises, we can compare and contrast this to, nobody watches this show, but y'all should, because it's good. Real Housewives of Miami, where, what is her name? Lisa? Like, her husband has been scheming, plotting, cheating on her, planning the divorce, for 3 episodes. And she didn't know. But she knew that he was, flirty and out and not coming home at night and, always wanted to be surrounded by young women. But he had plans. These men are just trying to be nice. It's sick. And, I don't want to... Giselle, beautiful woman. Undeniable. You know what I mean? Let's not be... Look, even if I think that the woman is fucking tacky as fuck and stupid, I'm not going to be a fucking hater. That's a very beautiful woman. Deborah? So anyways, the fact that she's, recounting this story, flipping the hair, it's just like, colorism, featureism, texturism is a hell of a drug. Because that, I'm not going to say it because I don't think that that's appropriate. But I do think that, especially for women of a certain age, I think it took them further than it does in 2023. And maybe she hasn't been forced to be honest with herself about things. But Deborah is not a Giselle. Okay, let's look at the comments. Candace is a horrible person, but the Green-Eyed Bandits, I don't want to say she's a horrible person, but she's certainly not my favorite. I definitely think that there's some, brattiness about Candace. But the other thing is like, the other reason why I also give Candace a pass is because have you seen her mom? Man, I be watching these shows like, wow, my mother is not perfect, but it could be so much worse. It really could. We just have to love our lives, love the people we are connected to, because wow, it gets way worse. Okay. Exoticism. Yeah, that's another wisdom. That's another thing here. Okay. Okay, y'all are taking it to the next step. But I just wanted to say that, right? Like, I do think that there is I don't want to be ableist, so I don't want to use ableist terms, but there's something happening in the minds of women who are used to being deemed the most attractive, the most beautiful, the most gorgeous, the most exotic, whatever. That's not right. It's not. Snap out of it. Stop. Okay? Okay, cut that monkey shit out. You're embarrassing us, okay? What is that, Pimp C? Okay, I have some, what's my next thing? Ooh, let's talk about Brittany Renner. Let's go to Brittany Renner's transition.
First of all, hi. As a former loud and proud man hater, here are 5 things that have changed the game for me. Number 1, I realized I didn't hate men. I hated the way I allowed myself to be mistreated by men. Big difference, right? You are not a victim. You are a participant. And when you point the finger, you miss out on the opportunity to grow. Number 2, I stopped saying I didn't need a man. Because if I want a relationship with a man, then I need one, right? Okay, that's that on that. 3, you can't be that serious about getting picked if you're not in the gym at least 3 times a week. You don't even take care of yourself, so how would you expect someone to take care of you? Number 4, I stopped entertaining stragglers. And stragglers are guys you meet along the way that you're not really ever going to take seriously, but you use them for your own personal entertainment. Number 1, that's wrong. Number 2, you're sending a mixed message. Stay committed to what you want. Most importantly, number 5, accountability. Ooh. I analyzed my behavior and what parts of me resonated with these men I deemed problematic. I'm here to tell you that the call is coming from inside the house. And it's time to pick up.
I had to get my pen because I have some notes, Brittany. I find this to be so strange because after Brittany broke up with her ex, his name is PJ Washington, and she started making the rounds on the nigga podcasts, you know what I mean? Like the He-Man Woman Haters Club podcasts. She was saying things that were not quite right, but I felt like they were promising. Okay, let's watch.
That you warn guys about girls like me, so tell me about girls like me. Just
Humor
women
me.
in general. Like, I mean,
Well, no, don't women in general, because you literally specifically said before we got on here
This was an off-camera conversation.
that you did say that
That's true.
you warn guys about girls like me. So now that we're face to face, what kind of girl am I?
You're not special. You're like other girls. That's the
I'm
key.
not special.
Like,
So-
you're like other women that are
So
like.
what makes you special then?
I never said I was.
What do you gain from telling girls that they're not special? How does that make you feel? I mean, I know everything is a joke, but I'm asking you a real question. So how does it make you feel? Because if I say you're a bitch ass nigga, that does something for me, right? If I insult you, or if I tell you you're not special, you're forgettable, what does that do for me? No, but that doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying, what if I call you? If I just say that again, you're forgettable. That's why I didn't want to do you guys' podcast. Forgettable. Hate the setup. The name is underwhelming. I didn't really see the value in it. Right?
Okay,
that's how I feel. Right. But so
First of all, hi. As a former loud and proud
What a difference a year makes, right? So the first clip is literally from last week. The second one was from a year ago. And when she was saying, confronting the fresh and fit dudes, what do you, you were just talking shit, but now I'm here. Are you still gonna talk the same shit? Why do you feel like you can say this about me? You don't even know. I thought, we love growth. We love evolution. Okay. And now she has completely reverted back to, ran straight toward the Just Pearly Things of it all. Just Pearly Things is the manosphere adjacent white woman who lives in London. She has, millions of subscribers now, at least over 1 million. She just had Andrew Tate on her platform. So she says, I'm modern, but modern women are fucked up. And it's like, girl, is this... Sometimes I truly do think that, now Pearly, I don't know what her name is, but Pearly, girl, did you just make this channel just so you can find a man? Because she is simultaneously saying things like, modern women have it wrong, modern women are fucked up, but also I'm modern. And it's like, all right, but that grift is working for her. Brittany has decided that she also wants to be in on that grift. Look, I think that self-reflection, particularly after you have really devastating or traumatic experiences with lovers, with male romantic partners, essential, truly. I've done so much growth and, I've journaled a lot, and I just feel like I'm such a different person, after having a really hard breakup last year. And, I've dated a lot since then. But this, not like this, girl. The idea of, using the manosphere's favorite buzzwords of accountability, throwing that in there. I have to be responsible for all the fucked up shit that happened to me, how I was choosing. And it's like, I did watch about half of her interview with Just Pearly Things, where she explains that the narrative that she was going to PJ Washington's high school games, no, wrong. She went to his college games when he was like 20 and she was 27. Okay, still, why? But not high school. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I'm glad that you, cleared that up. Still, why? But, okay, we so want to be, loved and desired and whatever, and you think you found your soulmate, so you're going to fly to the University of Kentucky or whatever, and this man cheated on you repeatedly and then try to drag you through the mud. I can feel empathy for anybody, so I can certainly feel empathy for that situation. I also think it's really fucked up. I do have a soft spot for pregnant women and postnatal women, like women who have just given birth, because I feel like that is such a vulnerable time. So I could really feel for her. But then going straight to women, it's your fault. And I used to hate men, but I don't hate men anymore. And I had to be accountable for all of the horrible shit and my terrible choices and my self-esteem. Okay, that's one thing. Okay. But then to add on top of it, and you can't expect to get a man if you're not in the gym 3 times a week. What? Now we've crossed from, now these are the things, the victim blaming, self-hating, misogynistic, internalizing misogyny shit that I am going to spew back to you from the front seat of my car. Now we went straight to, you grifting. Because what does 3 times a week in the gym have to do with any of this shit? Oh, you scamming. You big scamming. Because what? Like, I don't, first of all, people are always like, oh yeah, there's women on my 600-pound life who have men. Yeah, because getting a man is not hard. Can we? Truly. Okay, no matter what happens with my relationship status, getting a man is not an accomplishment. In 2023. And it also pisses me off. And this is why, Brittany is really, really fucking setting the free 30-something women the fuck back, okay? You're embarrassing us. Okay? And this is why I will always respect Amber Rose. Because to this day, Amber Rose is like, I'll take your fucking shit. I don't give a fuck. I do what I want to do. Sometimes it's a little cringy, but I'm going to stand on my shit. I'm going to own it. I love this. Whatever. She never switched up. Brittany is doing exactly. She's doing exactly what the manosphere niggas talk about. Okay? Which is, you have a bad experience with a wealthy, high-profile person. You have a baby. You get dragged through the mud. And then you realize you're in your early 30s. This is their narrative. Their narrative is then you have a baby, you get dragged through the mud, and then you realize, oh, the clock is ticking. And so now you have to completely rebrand into a loud and proud pick me and scold other women about what they're not doing to get the men. That is exactly what they say. Why would stop embarrassing us. Stop embarrassing us. As a single 33-year-old woman, stop it. Okay? So anyways, I hope that this, I hope she at least, gets the man she desires. I hope she gets some, good, faithful dick to swoop in or whatever, pay her car note or whatever. Because, okay. Yeah, hit the wall. Yeah, they use that. You hit the wall. Man, I have a lot of feelings about, you know what? I'm going to do another Kimberly Gives Bad Dating Advice because I have a lot more feelings about this that I just cannot share publicly. So I'll have to do that behind the paywall. But as I've said over and over again, and I truly, truly mean this, okay? 33-year-old Kimberly's dating life is so much better than 23-year-old Kimberly's dating life. And maybe that is a byproduct of the fact that I did not peak, I don't know, physically or whatever, when I was 23. Maybe that's a byproduct of I just like myself more at 33. I'm a lot more comfortable in who I am. I love my job. I am in the exact space in my life at 33 that I dreamed of at 23. So maybe, if you believe in the manifestation shit or the secret or, the energy or whatever, maybe. But I hate the idea that there is this prevailing narrative that we are trying to pass down to the young girls, to the teenagers, and to the 20-somethings that you find your man. Oh, hold on to the first man who looks at you. Oh, you better hold on to him, because it ain't going to get better. Oh, it gets better. Okay? Try to make good choices, but even if you don't, I didn't make the best choices when I was in my 20s. I didn't date the best men in my 20s. You can still hold on and get to better when you know yourself better. You know, better partners, better sex, more fun, more agency, less desperation. It does not have to be that. Okay. Okay. Better ingredients. Better ingredients, better pizza. Yeah, Papa John's. Okay. My dad told me not to start dating until 40. I don't think for the good reasons that people are saying, but hey, yeah, probably not, okay? Okay. Let me go back. Okay, the Tory Lanes. Oh, and I hope she get chose too, because a year from now she gonna be called second because she has a child. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that was that on that. Let's go. What's the next story? Okay. Yeah. I mean, speaking of trash.
I was dating this girl, right, and we were in a fight. She was like, I just don't know how you can hurt me and not care. And I was like, that's not true. I do care. And she was like, no, you don't. And she started crying. It was that real guttural cry. Sounded like her pure life essence was in pain. That real mentally ill cry where you can tell something's not right up there. And I'm just listening. I'm like, damn, I feel nothing right now. Like nothing at all. And it was so liberating. I told her, I was like, you know what, you're right. I don't think I care. You should probably move on and find somebody else. She was like, what? She was still crying. I was like, I'm hearing you right now, and it's not doing anything for me. I don't know if I was just, pretending to care this entire time, and then I started believing the fantasy, because that's what society wanted me to do. And it's just, it's so complicated, but, it's just, right now I'm unfazed. If anything, I'm just annoyed a little bit, but also I like it kind of because it's like, damn, I really meant this much to you. But like at the same time, I guess you're just not the one, because if you were the one, I would probably.
Man, I say all the time, ooh, I wish I was just going through my old merch and stuff. And I used to sell a sweatshirt that said divest from men. And wow, I'm saying have your fun. You know what I mean? Romance is great. It's fun. Sex is great. It's fun. We love making out in the club. It's a good time. But there's only so much you can do when so many cishet men are socialized to be sociopaths like that. I think a lot about all of the times that I have held things back. I've bitten my tongue. I have only told half-truths in order to preserve my romantic partners, and maybe not even my partner, somebody that I'm just on a date with, their feelings. Oh, I am so careful even with men that I've gone out with once or twice. I don't be picking up the phone and being like, look, we're never going out again because you're boring. Okay? Right? I don't, text these men, look, you're a successful single black man in your late 40s because you're weird. And it's not enjoyable to be around you. I don't do that because I am not malicious. It brings me no joy to hurt people's feelings or upset them or potentially damage them for their person. Even if somebody is not your person, what exactly do you get from potentially ruining, honestly, the rest of their lives and their ability to create meaningful romantic connection? And that man just said it, but I have seen so many cis het men operate in that way of using women as vehicles to get to the next woman or vehicles to get to their next step. Using them up, running them down with no remorse. Or if there is remorse, right, that man looked like he's in his, 20s. If there is remorse, it's the 45-year-olds coming back and being like, wow, I used to be such an asshole. Wow, I just can't. I'm just really embarrassed by how, meanwhile, you've left decades of mess that you will never have to be accountable for. Women all over the place, boo-hooing, crying in therapy, crying in the group chats, annoying their friends with these same fucking stories. Because you didn't want to be responsible for your own healing, your own self-work. You didn't want to be self-reflective. Because cishet men are socialized to believe that women are just tools for their self-actualization. It's sad. And I think that, when people say men are trash, I know that there's been like a weird, I won't say weird, but there's all of this, dialogue about, don't say men are trash and, whatever. And are you saying men are trash because women are perfect? No, I'm not. I'm not saying men are trash because women are perfect. I'm not saying cishet men are socialized to be sociopaths because there are not mean, malicious, evil, vindictive, vengeful women. I'm saying they don't get carte blanche like that. They don't get unfettered access like that. I don't see women getting on the internet, building platforms, laughing about how funny it is that they have ruined somebody's life. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Not in mass. I was talking about, the artist formerly known as Corinne Steffens. Now she goes by another name. I forget her new name. I want to honor that name. But I was talking about her to somebody recently because I interviewed her back when For Harriet was a blog, and it was easily one of the most interesting, truly one of the most interesting people I've ever met. Oh, her name is Elizabeth. Elizabeth, easily one of the most interesting people I've ever had the pleasure of being on the phone with for 90 minutes. And the way people still, because she just announced that she's pregnant, the way that people still bring up the confessions of a video vixen shit as if those men were not willing participants. As if she drugged them and assaulted them. So I still don't care about the, misandry label. I don't. Okay, y'all gonna call me a misandrist when my nigga, laying up in the bed. That's your prerogative. Okay. That's fine. Because there is so much cultural work to do. Okay. Okay. Feek was just talking about her. Women are socialized to appease the emotions of others. Yeah. Yeah, I have noticed a majority of their supporters are women. Yeah, because women love, there's a reason. Okay. Okay, yes, the queer men are doing the same thing. I can only talk about what I have experienced, but I do think that there is something about people being socialized into sociopathy. But I to my knowledge, have only dated cishet men. I say all the time I would have no problem dating men who are not cishet, to my knowledge. Okay, let's talk. Next thing.
Don't mind me, I'm drunk. No, I don't give a fuck. How about that? Because I'll say even if I'm drunk or not. All right, so I've been seeing a lot of tweets that be going viral talking about when Cardi says this. Hold up. These tweets talk about when Cardi say she fighting over dick too. I don't feel her on that. But this is my thing, right? This is my thing. If a bitch go through your purse, right? If a bitch go through your purse and she steals some of your money, you're not gonna fight that bitch? Yeah, bitch. You gonna fight for your money, right? So if a nigga's providing for you, giving you money, paying your bills, doing all that shit, and a bitch go take him from you, you're not gonna fight over that dick because that's your money. Because that nigga's your money. You're not gonna fight for that? Bitch, because I'm fighting with teeth. I'm biting you, bitch, over my nigga. Yes, I am. Fighting you over that dick. Now, if it's a broke nigga, bitch, I can help you. You deserve charges on you, bitch. You deserve a whole restraining order.
We're just doing really, really bad. You know? Like, we're just doing really bad. Women who have sex with men, like, we're just... I just want better for us. Cause you know, somebody, I tweeted about this the other day, and somebody said, well, you know, Cardi's a comedian, and, you know, she's just, it's funny, it's tongue in cheek. And I'm like, yeah, it is tongue in cheek and hilarious, and, you know, beat these bitches' asses over your man. If Cardi had not... If she had not last year just been sentenced to like 15 days of probation after fighting over men in 2018. It's like, oh, fun, games, tongue in cheek, ha ha ha. You just got out of court for fighting over niggas and trying to hire people to fight over your neck. Come on. Come on. Like, God damn it. Obviously, we all have done dumb shit behind men. You know, I've driven past a house or two. But there comes a time in every woman's life where you have to say, is it worth it? You know? And I think that the reason why the tag under this is bring back we don't need these niggas feminism, it's because at least back in my day, you know, you did some dumb shit. You know what I mean? You obsessively texted a man or a boy, you know. You got in your car at midnight to drive by his house. Yeah, stalked his Facebook, you know, to see who he friended. And then you would turn on the radio or, you know, get out your iPod Nano and, you know, flip through the playlist. And it was women singing about how we don't need these men. You know, girl, you can stand up on your own. Don't fight over men. Get your own. And you would be like, yeah, all my women who are independent, right? Be like, yeah, you know, you still texting them, right? But then it's like, throw your, right? But now, baby, you know, what are we going to call it? We're going to call it city girls feminism. That shit, it's leading y'all the fuck astray. It is. Because first of all, the girls are scamming you. They are. Okay? But also, so much of it is, I'm not even opposed to extracting resources from men. We still live in a patriarchy where men have access to the most financial resources, so whatever. But it's the extract and then stay and then fight and then get dragged and then get embarrassed and then brag about it and then stay and then get, it's like, come on. Look, I know that this is controversial to say in 2023. I know, soft life, hypergamy, get the cash, get the bread, get the whatever. Making your own money is still undefeated. Still undefeated. Nothing compares. Because we still live in that same good old-fashioned imperialist, white supremacist, capitalist patriarchy. Okay. You are still vulnerable to your man waking up and saying, I don't want you, I don't want this, I'm closing I'm cutting off the credit cards, I'm not giving you anything else, or I want you to do this. If you don't do this, then you're not getting any money. Or, I'm gonna fuck other women and you're gonna deal with it. And if you have a problem with it, you can find a way to fund your own lifestyle. Look, the freedom, I know y'all are not gonna believe it. I know, because working sucks. I get it. Most people don't, Kim, you love your job. Most people don't love their jobs. Kim, well, I get it. I'm just really, really, really glad with all of the pitfalls and the pains of girl boss feminism, of we don't need these niggas feminism, of where them dollars at feminism, right? Like, shout out to Gangsta Boo. Not perfect, okay? None of it's perfect. We're messy. We're trying to figure our stuff out. But I am so glad that 13-year-old Kimberly was not ingesting ideas of make yourself as desirable to these men as possible so that hopefully they will choose you and spend your money on you, and that hopefully you can convince them to keep spending their money on you because you're more desirable than the next bitch. I am so fucking glad that... because this is a good life. So if you ask me what would I tell my nieces this life, I'm not a millionaire, no. But I'm not going to be fighting in the fucking club over a serial cheater. I'm not going to be windmilling on Twitter because my nigga just had a baby. Anyways. I'm not going to be fucking crashing out for a fucking car. Okay. Now let's look at the comments. I might just deal with the little cheat. I do not enjoy work. And that is your, and that is your prerogative. But I'm like, get your shit, you know what I mean? Like, think about your exit strategy. And, I will also say I have, this is something that I'm not going to go too deep on in public. I'll talk about it more behind the paywall. But, over the last few months, I've not spent any money dating men. right? I have, I can't say too much in public, but what I can say is it is possible to make choices where you can make your own money, probably even make more than your partner makes, because, you know, and still not spend your own money. Because that's a thing too. Okay, but that's all I can say about that in public. Okay, what else? Oh, we have more women being embarrassing. Is this the last one? Yeah.
I'm recording this video for my safety because you're being real hostile. You was being hostile because your cousin is here. It is a girls trip, and she keeps saying I brought, but I brought my man came to see me the last night at our Airbnb. What you mean you want to let it count? It was for you. They were his friends. They came. That's the problem. But she keeps saying she's not hostile. But you're hostile. Why can't my nigga be here on my last night? He's not bothering you. And this is what I mean by hostile. I came here with her cousin, and now she acting weird because she want an audience. But this supposed to be my friend. These supposed to be my friends. Really? Now she want to fight. Now she want to fight. I'm about to get the out of here. I can't wait. And it's glass everywhere. Shit. This shit weird as and that's what she wanted was an audience. And I only went live, honestly, because I just don't feel safe. She got her cousins here. First off, you with your cousins, but you want to act weird. You knew my dude was going to be down here. So, of course, he was going to come. Mind you, we got our own rooms. You see what I'm saying? Why can't my man come to the Airbnb that I'm paying for? That's what I'm not understanding. And I just don't feel safe. I can't leave until tomorrow. And matter of fact, I'm about to call him to come pick me up because this shit weird as I just want to go live right now because she acting real different. I'm going to say, because you're acting hostile. I'm recording you because you're... And I don't want to be recorded. But why are you so mad? I brought my... You know what? I'm not about to keep arguing with you. I'm about to have my man come pick me up. Stop following me, bro. What you mean stop following you? And you're supposed to be my friend, but you want to fight. I'm going. Like, no. I'm recording it, like I said. I'm recording this video live. Y'all tag whoever the back at home that y'all know that's family to me right now. I'm going live, and I'm going to stay live while I text him to come get me. Because it's weird. The whole time, she's mad because my man came to last night. And he's not even here right now. Woo! And it's Airbnb in my name. I'm about to do this. Can you stop banging? Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? Oh, man. Can you all...
Hope she's okay. Because that end was a little scary. Okay. Okay. So obviously we don't support violence. I think we need to be doing a better job of vetting the people we go on international vacations with. I don't want to victim blame. Also, because I don't even think that woman is the victim all the way. But I think that I hate flying. That's why I almost never travel because I hate getting on planes. But I did commit to traveling more this year because you only live once. That's the motto. I don't travel with people you like and trust. And I know that's hard. You know, as I've been going on this community building journey, it has struck me that so many people have so many trust issues with other women. And I assume from seeing stuff like that or experiencing stuff like that. So anyways, I'm sorry, let's get to the point. So that was the Twitter and Instagram topic of the day, which was that woman and some friends went on a girls' trip, an explicitly stated girls' trip. They're in the Airbnb. On the last day, her boyfriend came and stayed, and then people were upset. Okay, a girls' trip means a trip for who? Girls. So why is your boyfriend here? Why? And then she tried to justify it. Oh, it was the last day. Well, if it was the last day, then you only needed to wait one more day to see him, no? But we all came on this trip with an understanding that this will be a trip for who? Girls. You know, I don't do physical altercations like that. No. But I would be so fucking pissed. Okay. First of all, people don't even have it like that. So people are saving their hard-earned money, saving up their vacation days to plan an international vacation, and then you ruin it because you cannot say no to your man. And then her saying, oh, well, it's not my fault that my man just decided. And I'm like, well, your man just decided to pop up. He can't find a hotel. He came unexpectedly. He can't find his own accommodations. Obviously, when there is not just a man, but somebody's boyfriend, yes, it completely changes the vibe. You can't have fun. You can't walk around in your booty shorts. You can't just get up in the middle of the night. You got to worry about, seeing a dick in the, bathroom. And it doesn't matter if you have your own private space. Who cares? Also, I did not sign up for this girl trip to hear y'all fucking in the next room. Let's be reasonable. And no, I do not condone physical altercations. But I understand why somebody might be heated over that. Okay, y'all are saying her man showed up, brought 3 of his friends, and left them there. Is that confirmed? Because that's just next level. I will say I don't like that she had the camera all in the girl's face, yet she felt unsafe. Right. You knew you were wrong. Exactly. I'm not wearing a bra on a girl's trip. I want to be able to wear my booty shorts. I want to be able to wear my headscarf, my head tie, my face mask. I want to talk about my period. It's just weird. Reminds me of when I had a roommate in university and she always had her boyfriend up in this space, not paying one bill. I mean, clearly this is very, look, here's the other thing. I don't know why, honestly, this live stream needs to be subtitled Heterosexuality is a Curse. Because, women, when they're dating men, are willing to fuck shit up to accommodate the men. They will inconvenience everybody to make sure that the man is comfortable. I'm just glad I don't hang with those type of people. I don't have those types of friends because it's just basic common courtesy, basic respect. And her saying, oh, the Airbnb is in my name. So? Okay, did you pay for it by yourself? No. Okay. I do not, I have to say, I do not support physical violence. I don't. I just can see how things escalate sometimes. Even if I don't support it, and I personally would never participate in it, I can see how things escalate there sometimes. Okay. Okay, so they did. I mean, I think a great girls trip, I literally am, about to start planning a girls trip. They're fun, memories, good times, but okay. Okay, what else do I have here? Okay, that was my last clip. I do have just another random little thought. Wait, what are y'all saying? But who said they wanted a man, though? Maybe they wanted peace. Yeah, I don't interpret that altercation as being about, you brought a man to let me bring my man or whatever. I interpret that as we all decided that we were going to come here to be with each other and hang out and vibe. And the vibes are completely ruined when all of these invaders, these strangers come in. I didn't sign up for that. You're ruining the vibes. What? She also mentioned in the video that her friend knew that her man was coming ahead of time before the trip. I don't think that the girl was right by inviting her boyfriend, but that reaction. Okay. She knew her boyfriend was coming the whole time. Oh, trifling. Yeah. Yeah. It's giving you need to reimburse everybody. It's giving you lured us here under false pretenses. I do not like that at all. Okay. Awful. Okay, last thing. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Last thing on this. If he would have stopped by and said hi, but like sleeping overnight, and especially if there were multiple people there, no. Oh my God. Okay, so I've obviously never experienced like that thing, but I have, when like with acquaintances, I have experience with not friends, but acquaintances where you're meeting people and then somebody will bring their boyfriend to like the dinner or to the drink situation. And it's like, who is this? No, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to your boyfriend. I don't want to talk to your husband. I don't want to talk to your fiance. That's not what I signed up for. Who is this man? This is a table of 4 women. I want to talk. And as soon as somebody does that, we're done. No. It's hard enough when people bring, unexpectedly bring like, same gender friends. And it's really not even about the gender. It's really about like the romantic relationship. Like you can't take a break from your romantic partner for 2 hours to go to dinner or to have drinks. It's weird. It's giving codependency. Okay, next. You know what? Somebody said, or when they bring their kids. Honestly, I understand kids more than grown adults. Stuff happens with kids. Babysitters fall through. Kids get sick, whatever. But a grown man can't entertain himself. I don't like that. And also, y'all's boyfriends don't even be interesting. It's not even like, I know they're going to call me a hater. It's not even like y'all's partners be a great time. It's not even like they're super fun and charismatic and thoughtful and interesting. You know what I mean? They're just there. Oh, Kim is just bitter because she's not picked. All right. I'm never, I already said if I, no, I can't even say that. I'm not saying anything about this. Okay. All right. Last thing. This is just a random thing. I saw this today, and I just wanted to really quickly. Okay. So I saw somebody that I follow retweet this, and I just thought, oh, I have some thoughts. No, I was on a 30 under 30 list a long time ago. Is it a long time ago in 2016? And for Forbes, right? And no, you don't apply. You get nominated. No, you don't pay to be on the list. Literally what I remember happening was I got an email, and I remember being so excited to see the email and them saying, "Oh, you're being considered. So you've been nominated. Answer these questions and send us a picture." And then I answered the questions, and the questions were like, did you graduate from college? Where are you from? Did your parents graduate from college? Like real demographic questions. And maybe a couple specifics about exactly what I did at For Harriet at that time. And that was when For Harriet was mainly a blog, and maybe I was making Facebook videos, but not like full-blown YouTube channel. So yeah, that is that. And I went to this tweet and saw all of the replies and the quote tweets on it. And it's fascinating, right? Because there's just a lot of vitriol around the actual, the Forbes 30 under 30 lists, both in the United States and globally. And, the people who are on them. But generally, I don't take it personally, because I understand is that what people are actually critiquing is a system of inequity. And this is where I can be so self-reflective and honest. I've said before that jealousy is political. And yeah, there's a lot of hating ass bitches in them quote tweets. But I actually really understand that. Let me go back to what I understand is that 30 under 30 culture does reproduce all of these hierarchies that keep putting the same people at the top. And it creates a culture where there is so much pressure for people to just have it figured out or look like they have it figured out. And so people reacting really negatively to the culture by saying things that are lies. And you have to pay $1,000. And and I'm like, no, that's not the truth. No. But what is the truth is, after you make one of those lists, they ask you for nominations. And I remember the year after I nominated somebody, suggested, it's not like I have any pull or anything. And she ended up being on the list. And I thought, oh, did I do that? And I'm like, no, I probably didn't. What actually probably happened was there were multiple people who nominated this same person because we all know the same people. And so we can be really honest about the fact that so much of this stuff is super insular. The highest degrees of, access and privilege and insiderism. And that stuff just keeps replicating. I can be super, super honest about the fact that would I be as successful as I am doing this job if I could not list off some very traditional, well-respected, institutional affiliations? No. People absolutely give me the benefit of the doubt because they can pull up the Wikipedia page or they can go to the website and yeah. So when I, see people reacting strongly, commenting, critiquing, pushing back, yeah. It's a lot harder to make out of the box choices, to do your own thing, to strike out on your own if you don't have any resources, and resources is not just money. Resources is social capital. It's networks. So yeah, I mean, I get it. I do. And I could also say, as a woman hurtling toward her mid-30s, that mid-30s Kimberly has a much better hold on her career and her life than, how old was I? 27-year-old Kimberly? I'm bad at math. How old was I 7 years ago? 26, 27-year-old Kimberly. I'm much better at my job. I like this more. I'm calmer. I'm more focused. I have better ideas. I speak more clearly. I think more clearly than 26, 27-year-old Kimberly. Because honestly, that Kimberly, she was struggling. So, get here. And the other thing about, the get here thing is like, here is so good that I don't have any fear about 34, 35, 36, 37. I did get pressured into making the decision to freeze my eggs, even though I have no plans to do anything with them. But I just know enough, it's a networks thing. I know enough, OBGYNs who have told me, like, just do it. But I'm still not scared. I don't have any, it's just good. It's good to like yourself. It's good to like what you do. It's good to be at peace. It's good to not constantly be in that, like, oh, what am I going to do? And what's the next thing? And do they like me? And, And so, okay, you don't get on the, under 30 list or whatever, but like hold on so that you can get to like, the early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s goodness. I'm excited for the 40s goodness. I once went to, back when Oprah was doing those tours, Oprah said, oh, life begins at 50. And I said, oh, okay. Never heard that, but I like that. So I just think we need to be hearing more. We need to be hearing more narratives about women who, have, hit the wall or like past their prime or like whatever. First of all, I really do feel like I'm in my prime, but whatever. Like to the, ephebophiles, like I'm not. Who are just like so fucking happy. Yeah. I'm 28 with your mindset, Kim, praying that I don't feel the pressure to change my mind 10 years later and live with regret. Yeah, I mean, I think that I am going to freeze my eggs because who knows? And the other thing about getting to this point in my life and being this age is I have embraced the true Piscean nature. You know what I mean? Like being like water, like really being led by like emotions, feelings, vibes. And sometimes that stuff takes you places where you wouldn't expect. And I am so open to life taking me to places that 33-year-old Kimberly would not imagine. And if it happens, girl, I'm not going to feel 1 inch of guilt or shame. It's fucking life. Life. You know what I mean? You only get one. So do what feels right. Try to minimize harm. Take care of yourself. And so, yeah, that's why we're going to go through the process. Even if I feel, because, the other thing is, I've talked about this elsewhere. I did not date for years. There were years where I did not date. Wasn't interested. My focus was this. Working, figuring my shit out. Do I regret those years? Fuck no. No. Do I regret not spending my late 20s chasing dicks? No. That was a great time. It was a very productive time. It was a meaningful time. And then I woke up and was like, I'm feeling some feelings. Let's explore those feelings. But I couldn't have predicted that at 26, 27. So I think, I really did not like kids. I always knew from the time I was young, kids not my thing. I don't want to hang out with kids. And then my sister got pregnant when I was 22, had babies when I was 23. And I was like, oh, this is different. This is fun. 15-year-old Kimberly never would have expected that 33-year-old Kimberly is the best aunt in the world. So I'm trying to underscore the idea that, like, no, tomorrow is not promised. You should make the most, of the process and not fixate on the journey, but also there's no rush. What's the rush? Anyways, that's all I have, you guys, for this. I can do, a quick little, behind the paywall to talk about what's changed in my romantic life recently. Since the lights and the camera are already up, we can do that. What time is it? We can do that. Okay. Okay, that's it. I will see you guys next time.